The Beautiful Girl Who Was a Mermaid Unknown to the Villagers, Part 1. Once upon a time, in a tranquil African village surrounded by lush forests and a glittering river, there lived a girl named Nia. She was unlike anyone the villagers had ever seen. Her beauty was otherworldly. Her skin glowed like moonlight, her eyes sparkled like the depths of the river, and her long flowing hair shimmered as if kissed by the sun. No one knew where she had come from. One day she had simply appeared, walking out of the forest barefoot and carrying nothing but a quiet smile. The villagers were kind-hearted and welcomed her. They asked her about her family, but she only said she had lost them. Sympathetic to her plight, they took her in, treating her like one of their own. Nia lived a peaceful life, helping with chores, singing songs that made even the birds pause to listen, and weaving nets for the fishermen. But she had one peculiar habit. She loved spending long hours by the river, sometimes alone from sunrise to sunset. The elders of the village often whispered about her. She has the touch of the river spirits, one would say. Her beauty is not of this world, another would add. But these murmurs didn't trouble Nia. She remained gentle and kind, endearing herself to everyone. Yet Nia had a secret. When the moon rose high and the village fell silent, she would return to the river. There, under the cover of darkness, her legs would merge and transform into a gleaming silver tail. Nia was a mermaid, born of the water, and the river was her true home. Her heart was divided. She cherished the warmth and kindness of the villagers, but longed for the freedom of the water. Each night she would swim far into the river, feeling the pull of its depths. Yet she always returned to the village before dawn, hiding her true self from those who had welcomed her. But secrets cannot stay hidden forever. Unknown to Nia, the river spirits had begun to stir, their whispers growing louder with each passing day. They were restless, and soon they would demand her return. And so, the fragile balance between her two worlds was about to shatter, in ways the villagers could never have imagined. Days passed, and the whispers of the river spirits grew louder. Nia began to feel an inexplicable pull, as if the river was calling her back home. She tried to ignore it, but the call grew stronger, echoing in her dreams and haunting her waking hours. One fateful evening, as the full moon hung low in the sky, Nia found herself standing at the river's edge, her feet seemingly rooted to the spot. The villagers, busy with their evening routines, did not notice her slipping away. As she gazed out at the river, the water began to churn and foam. The river spirits, their voices now a deafening roar, rose up from the depths. Nia felt her body begin to shift, her legs merging into a shimmering silver tail. The villagers, alerted by the commotion, rushed to the riverbank. They gasped in wonder as Nia, now fully transformed into a mermaid, slid into the water. The river spirits, their whispers now a triumphant song, swirled around her, welcoming her back home. The villagers, though shocked, felt no fear. They watched in awe as Nia, with a final glance at the village she had grown to love, swam deeper into the river, disappearing into the darkness. In the days that followed, the villagers would speak of Nia in hushed tones, remembering her kindness, her beauty, and her magical voice. They would tell stories of the mermaid who had lived among them, hiding in plain sight. And as they looked out at the river, they would smile, knowing that Nia was where she belonged, in the heart of the water, surrounded by the spirits who had called her home.